Now that weapon crafting is officially in Destiny 2 the Witch Queen, could we see a resurgence or perhaps a return to some of the classic Foundry weapons like the Black Armory? Let's talk about it. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to your daily dose of Destiny, or D3 as I call it. Not sure if we're going to stick with the name, but I like it so far, so that's what we're rolling with. And in today's video, I wanted to do a discussion about the crafting system and what that potentially could mean for future seasons or the future year of the Witch Queen within Destiny 2. So obviously, as you see, we have the crafting system here, and it has brought in a number of craftable items and weapons, or specifically weapons right now, that you could craft, all really themed around, you know, some of the main theme weapons that are offered with this season. So obviously, as you can see, I haven't unlocked all of them, but there's some really cool weapons, Foundry weapons, that are specific to this season that are offered that you can find out in the wild, level them up, and then be able to reshape your own. That is really cool. But one of the elements that I like the most about the crafting system is the fact that you can craft exotic weapons. Now, while this may start with the Osteostriga, and it extends even further into some of the exotic glaives that you can see here that are class specific, I think this proves to be a real opportunity for other weapons later down the line. But for Xur, it would appear that, I think based on what Bungie had said, the Hawkmoon and the Deadman's Tail are two weapons, you know, that are able to get random rolls, and they will be available at Xur every week, and they're going to be rotating, you know, what roles he has. And I think that's good. That brings a little bit of life into Xur, but I really wish that they had put this into the crafting system. I think it would have only emphasized the value and the longevity of the crafting system going forward. And while Deadman's Tail and Hawkmoon are only two weapons that are able to get random rolls, I would assume that this is definitely going to be something that is ongoing with other weapons later. Like I said, when you look at the Osteostriga, the SMG that's available, like this weapon specifically, you're able to craft it yourself. And I think it's a great way to introduce the crafting system, specifically the value that is within the crafting system, as you're able to kind of pick your barrel, pick your mag. And I think that's really cool. And it's something that I hope that they add later on in the season with other weapons. But the point of this video was there's weapons that have been since sunset, that after sunsetting has been reversed, has never found or seen the light of day. And I'm talking about Black Armory. Now, if you saw one of my previous videos, you know that one of my big hopes and predictions going into the Witch Queen was that when we opened up the crafting system for the first time, we were going to see weapons from foundries that they hadn't talked about. Maybe we would see weapons from the old raids that are since, you know, sunset, that haven't been in the game. Maybe we'd see those weapons come back. Or if you're anything like me, you love the Black Armory weapons, your Kindled Orchid and things like that, your Hammerheads, and I was hoping that these weapons would be in here at the start of the season. But obviously, they really wanted to focus on the weapons that are specific to the theme. All hope isn't lost. I think that there is still an opportunity for Black Armory weapons to come back. And not just Black Armory, but a ton of weapons that have been sunset could potentially come back and be craftable. And not only would this be good for fans like myself who've been missing some of these weapons that are still sitting in the vault sunset, but I just can't bring myself to get rid of them, but it would also continue to bring longevity to the crafting system throughout the year and into the future, where crafting could become a pinnacle part of the Destiny experience. And I think that's really good. I hope that that's something that they'll consider and bring into the picture at some point. You know, I think this is a good introduction, and it's a way to not have people be overbeared. If there was like a bunch of weapons in this thing, it would just be incredibly grindy. But maybe we could see, you know, different Foundry weapons come into the picture. But that's just my hope. That's my thoughts for it. You know, obviously, you know, it's still early. There's many seasons to go before the next expansion, so we could potentially see some of these weapons come back. And I'm fingers crossed, man, fingers crossed that this becomes a reality. But I really want the Black Armory weapons specifically to come back, and I think the crafting system would be an incredible way to do that. So please, Bungie, bring back the Black Armory weapons. Bring back some of these weapons that have since been sunset. They would be an awesome addition to the game. I mean, it'd be cool to see Horror's Least and some of those old Pinnacle, you know, weapons come back into the game that were originally strike specific. That'd be cool to see those come back and have some value where you could craft your own with your own perks and things like that. I think that'd be awesome. And like I said, all of this really is not for the weapons specifically. It's really just to increase the longevity and the value that is within the crafting system. But we'll see how this plays out throughout the course of the year. I'm sure they'll be taking feedback and innovating on this whole system as the seasons go on, but I'm really excited to see. So far, I really enjoy the crafting system. I think it has a lot of life, it has a lot of value. I just really hope that they don't let this opportunity fall by the wayside as the seasons go on. I think the crafting system, I believe, to be the future of weapons in Destiny. It may not be for everything, but it's cool to have, like I said, that avenue where you can get rid of the RNG and actually just take control of what weapons you want, the roles you want, and get it exactly perfect and be done with it, you know. But that's all my thoughts for that. You know, I really love the crafting system, but like I said, the Black Armory weapons, this is a golden opportunity for the Black Armory weapons to come back into Destiny 2. But that's just my hopes. I'm gonna keep saying it until it happens, until it becomes a reality, and I hope that it does. But until then, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy your daily dose of Destiny content here, be sure to subscribe, drop a like on this video, as there's so much to talk about in this game, and I really want to have a conversation with you guys. So if you enjoyed, like I said, drop a like, drop a comment. What weapon foundries or weapons specifically have been sunset that you would love to see come back in the crafting system? I'll be looking for your comments down below. And until then, I hope you're safe, I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.